Hello and welcome to the Claret and Blue podcast, live at 7:30 on Saturday night. Is anyone sick of seeing us yet? Daily content here on the Claret and Blue channel, daily live streams at the moment. We do Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We'll be live tomorrow, post-match. And I think we've pretty much got a video coming every day next week as well. So hopefully you're enjoying the show. And if you're not, unlucky, plenty more to come. How are you, John? You sick of seeing me yet?
No. I feel like we see each other most days anyway, whether we go live or not. I'm all right, mate. How are you?
Yeah, very well. Welcome to everybody in the live chat. Cannon, Paul, Evo, Stealthy Carper, Ollie, and the Gold Standard are the first ones I can see there. Thank you for joining us tonight. We're here today to talk about Burnley, kind of. Who wants an actual specific Burnley preview? Not me. So I don't think anyone else would be interested in hearing us say, who's Burnley's weak link? Who's their strong? Don't care. We should just go there and win the game. That is Villa's aim. That is Villa's intention. What I want to hear about, John, is the P word. Permutations.
Emotion.
Give it to me, John. What happens tomorrow for Villa? Can they finish in the top 5 100%? What's the situation?
No, we can't. And to be honest, it's ruined my afternoon a little bit. Fulham failing to get a point out of Bournemouth. It genuinely has actually annoyed me. It's brought me back down to earth after the highs of Thursday night, which went into Friday. So, yeah, I'm a bit miffed off about it, to be fair. I mean, Fulham have done us plenty of favours down the years, and they've royally screwed us a little bit in the last few weeks. But hey, it's still absolutely in our hands. It just means that we can't have it done before we play Liverpool, which is a bit annoying. I wanted that Liverpool game to be an absolute DOS, to be fair, and then send the players off to Istanbul, fine. But I guess in the kind of the positive way of looking at it, would be that considering we will need to get something out of Liverpool for it to be mathematically done by the time we head out to Istanbul, I don't know, we can show something against Liverpool. Players can get the send-off after a positive result and after getting Champions League at Villa Park. That would be the perfect scenario, and no injuries. Players have momentum. They have a bit of, that positive feeling again, rather than making changes and, let's say, the worst-case scenario, getting done by Liverpool, even though I don't think that would happen anyway. But, second string, and it's like a Tottenham repeat. But, yeah, I don't know. I just, it's a bit annoying. I wanted to go to Burnley tomorrow and just get it done. And we don't have that kind of that thing in the back of our heads of, well, we even if we win here, what if we lose to Liverpool? What if then Bournemouth beat City? Like, that is still going to be a thing.
It's the day before the Europa League final, isn't it, as well? The Bournemouth City game.
Yeah, they don't play next weekend because City are in the final against Chelsea. So, yeah, it has annoyed me a little bit, but it's fine. I still think we'll get in the top 5. It just means that we can't throw that Liverpool game. And again, there could be a positive that comes out of it, but it's more the anxiety of going to Turf tomorrow knowing that we have to win. I don't like that when we have to go away and we have to win. But I think we will. But then it's again, like, you've got another one to do though. And Liverpool are going to have to try and get something out of us, I'm pretty sure as well, because they've obviously lost today. They have Brentford on the last day of the season, and Brentford, I think,
lose today. I thought it was a draw.
Sorry, they didn't lose today, but failing to beat Chelsea at home is a bad one. We can obviously go above them, and then they have Brentford on the last day at home, which, you expect Liverpool to win, but at the same time, Brentford do have European aspirations. So
there's talk about potentially Brentford might actually want to lose that game to finish 6th if Villa have won the Europa League.
Yeah, I can't see them getting 6th now with Brighton ahead of him and Bournemouth as well. But yeah, if just for the permutation's sake, if we beat Burnley and then Bournemouth don't beat City, it's fine. But we have a game to play before that, and we can't throw that game for me. We can't. Do
you think we would have, though? Oh, yeah. I mean, what we did with Tottenham. What answers the question. We could just do that again.
Well, the Tottenham thing was more of a lack of professionalism for the players who were playing. If we make changes for the Liverpool game, I'd understand it. But if we lose that Liverpool game, I would go as far as saying it's then out of our hands, Champions League, in the top 5 race, because... it would be, wouldn't it? Because if Bournemouth win their last 2 games, then they'd have a better chance than us, because our goal difference would have come down. Are we going to go to City and win by 2 goals? Maybe I don't think so. I don't know. I think it's unnecessary pressure that we kind of put ourselves in a little bit in the last few results, but we knew that already. And even if we do, even if we do it the hard way as such, okay, well, that's still a magnificent achievement. It would be the perfect scenario had we done it already.
Do you think it's now, because we spoke before about what's almost the easier route to Champions League football, top 5 or winning the competition? Do you almost lean towards now that the Europa League might be the easiest?
Well, yeah, because it's one game. Yeah, in like the most basic sense, it would be that because it's one match. But again, you don't want it. You don't want added pressure on that final. For me, like let's say hypothetically we beat Burnley, but then lose to Liverpool, but Bournemouth beat City. I know that sounds unlikely, but it could absolutely happen. We then go into that Istanbul game thinking, oh, we need to win this for 2 reasons rather than 1. But again, I'm sort of playing this as a, those things I think are unlikely, so I don't want to spend too much time on them. It was more just purely the Liverpool game. I didn't want to be going to Villa Park on that night thinking, well, we need a point here to be sure, because no one wants to be going to Istanbul thinking, come on, City, you have to get something here for us. And it might happen anyway. They might just get a result against Bournemouth and it's fine, but...
Yeah, a couple of things for me. City still being in the title race means that they will be chomping at the bit to beat Bournemouth anyway, and I think they possibly will. I think we'll beat Burnley tomorrow, pretty straightforward, and I think we'll get a point at least with Liverpool. It's obviously changes or whatever for the final, but it's our last home game. That point would be enough for it to be 100%. We can do that in front of our own fans, send them off to Turkey, flying high. Kind of the narrative is there for Villa to go and see it out, I guess. So I'm still very positive about the situation. I've seen a little bit of like angst and negativity towards, oh God, like Bournemouth, will you just piss off? And it's like, oh, all right. I still think we'll do our bit anyway.
Yeah.
But Bournemouth can still piss off. Loads of comments coming through, by the way, actually. For those that are watching, I'm going to change the YouTube layout quickly, if I can find the right button, so we can get the comments up on screen. Good teamwork, John. Thanks, mate. There you go, everybody who's watching along live. You can see your own comments now and get involved in the chat. Share us your thoughts, by the way, for how it's going to go. I've kind of, don't say baited with the title, but I've gone, what Aston Villa need to do to finish in the top 4? Just a different conversation. Talk so much about top 5. Actually, 4th is still on, by the way. Beat Burnley, then it's all to play for Liverpool in the terms of get the points you need to secure top 5. But also, you could finish above Liverpool by taking points away from them that way, and you finish 4th then, and somebody doesn't get into the Champions League via the back door by 6th.
Yeah, that almost sounds a bit nasty because I'd rather finish 4th than 5th, but equally, I almost don't want to stop Bournemouth or.
I don't know. I quite like the thought of that.
Oh, that's really horrible.
I don't care.
No, I'm not really bothered anyway. But just the kind of, if you had a choice, like red pill, blue pill, which pill would you take? That doesn't really make sense. Would you, Dan, if selectively, would you want Bournemouth in the Champions League next season? Yes or no?
No.
Why? What have Bournemouth done to apart from win today? What? And you know what? They've ruined my afternoon, so yeah, they could do one.
I don't know. We've spoken about this before, and one of the big boys getting in. Like if it was Chelsea, I'd be like, nah, forget them. I don't want them benefiting from our doing, right? But a quote lesser team, yeah, would it be cool to see the vitality in the Champions League? Yeah, the first time, and then don't care after that. So I don't know. I think as limited of teams in Europe, the better for me, because I want that to be of benefit to Villa. Cat Cannon in the comments says, doesn't 6th get Champions League if we win the Europa? Yeah, that is the only scenario.
We finish 5th.
And we finish 5th, sorry, yeah. 5th specifically, not just in the top 5. So if Villa finish 4th and beat Freiburg, it's just the top 5. If Villa finish 5th and beat Freiburg, then 6th in the Premier League would get Champions League football.
Yeah.
I don't know. The Bournemouth going as well.
I just don't think it's against the realms of possibility that Bournemouth win their last 2 games. I don't.
I do. I don't think they'll beat City.
If I had to bet, I would say they probably don't win, but they can. They definitely can. That City team isn't the City team of old. I think they are susceptible to going somewhere and not like the Everton game, for example. They were very lucky to get a point out of that. And
I don't know how the fixtures go, but presumably Arsenal play again before City do. If Arsenal don't, let's say West Ham get something then. Are Man City going to give up the opportunity to not beat Bournemouth to go top of the league?
I would love it if West Ham got something out of Arsenal for 2 reasons.
Tottenham playing as well. Can Tottenham lose again, please? That isn't all on us.
Leeds on Monday night. We let the country down with that one, didn't we?
Leeds are doing well, aren't they?
Yeah, but anyway, no, it is a possibility that Bournemouth win the last 2 games, and any Villa fan that says that probably won't happen, but it might, and that's why it's a bit like ugh.
You also said a few weeks ago that Brighton could win their last 4, and the first of those 4 was Newcastle, and they lost that.
Yeah,
So that was over
okay.
straight away.
Strip it down. Bournemouth, for me. I mean, they play Forest away the last game of the season. If they go to the City ground with the opportunity of winning and getting Champions League, and they don't, that's okay, whatever. But their last home game of the season against City, Iriola's last game as well, that for them must feel like if we win this, we are really close to doing something here. Again, this is with the preface that Villa lose to Liverpool or don't beat Burnley. So, a lot has to happen for that to be the case. But it's just a bit annoying that we were about 30 minutes or whatever it was away from being 1 win away against already relegated Burnley from it. And now it's like, now we're going to have to also do something against Liverpool when we didn't really want that to happen. But yeah,
Gary,
it is what it is.
Gary in the live chat says, head wobble time. If Bournemouth can beat City, brackets they won't, so could we. Yeah, maybe. I don't think we would, but
so
can we?
Again, I'm playing on it's a shame that we have to be even like thinking about these things when we could have just got a draw out of Fulham or something and drew to Spurs. Like we let our league results, we've let ourselves down in the last couple, but beat Burnley tomorrow, and we'll feel better about that, absolutely. But it's just an annoying one that even after doing that, it's like, but we're still going to have to get something out of Liverpool to be sure.
Yeah, I think a lot of this conversation is amplified in the week if we've not beaten Burnley. That then is a different prospect. Beat Burnley, you're still pretty much there, I think.
If we don't beat Burnley, did you say?
No, if we do beat Burnley, like I think we'll talk we might need to get something like Liverpool, City, Arsenal, Bournemouth. Get tomorrow out of the way first and win. If you don't,
I just think the whole thing's not unnecessary, but the whole thing is a distraction to winning the Europa League, is what I'm trying to say.
I would love to now be in the mode of I don't care about any of these final 3 games. All I care about is the one in Istanbul. But that's not where we are.
And I feel like
what we've done over the last few weeks.
Yeah, it's not, but it's just a little bit annoying that it isn't, because I think that it very easily could have been. And that's what we were saying before, like literally weeks ago. So a bit annoying that even after tomorrow, we can't just celebrate it. We can't, because even though Bournemouth can only get like the same amount of points as us, they can finish above us on goal difference. That is a possibility. It's not as if like I said before about Brighton, they could in theory finish above us if they win the last 4, but we're talking about Bournemouth winning 2 football matches. Like that's a possibility.
Goal difference is level at the moment.
Equally, we can beat Liverpool at home. Do you know what I mean? So still absolutely ours to grasp.
Yeah, definitely. And this is kind of the episode, to be honest. We said we did 20 minutes, we've done 13. Like that's kind of it, really.
Fleming's a good player.
Not interested. It's strongest Villa 11 available. Like, there's no chance of do we change little bits here and there?
Will he make changes, do you think? The left-sided defence kind of conversation we always have is always a conversation that we'll have, I think. But aside from that, I think he carries on, doesn't he?
He just carry on, yeah. Now there's this like little bit of added pressure that you definitely have to win. Like a draw tomorrow, completely pointless. You've got to win, right? So
you got to win.
Making 6 or 7 changes is stupid. Make those changes and win, obviously, fine. But the risk of that.
Yeah, I think even more so. I mean, I would argue that only Barkley could come into that team with any sort of form.
Barkley for Lindelof is what I would expect, and the rest stays the same.
If at all, I mean, he might just, because Lindelof hasn't obviously done anything wrong to lose his place. I think it's just more so, does he think that we can have more of a controlling midfielder like Barkley? But for as how well as we played against Forest, obviously, I think it's also the second part to that is that there's no one on the bench that you'd think deserves to start anyway.
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah,
I agree. Right. I mean, talking of the goal difference, Villa and Bournemouth are both +4 at the moment, but they don't tend to win games heavily. This isn't a prediction that we will tomorrow, but if
obviously we did against Forest, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah, in a league game,
yeah.
Like a 4-0 tomorrow would be brilliant, because if let's say Bournemouth and City, let's say Bournemouth do win, but it's tight and maybe a 1-0, and we get a draw with Liverpool for argument's sake, which would be enough.
But that's the point, though.
Let's say we didn't. We could go to City on the final day and lose 4-0 or something, right? So if we can kind of help that goal difference a bit tomorrow. Yeah. The point about the goal difference is that if it goes down to goal difference, Bournemouth will do us, obviously, because we would lose to Liverpool. We would,
Lose to City as well, probably in that scenario, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, forget all of that. Just beat Burnley, and I don't think it matters if we, obviously, yeah, we'd like to score as many goals as we can, but just beat them, and then you're gonna have to play Liverpool on that Friday night with almost like another big atmosphere to send the players off to Istanbul, but also get Champions League done. It could work maybe in our way in that regard, like I said.
Well, we said before, haven't we, about injuries and stuff. You could rest. I don't know, your Tielemans against Liverpool, and he could get injured in training before the Wednesday. So do you just go strong-ish for Liverpool as well? Because it is Friday to Wednesday. Well, that's a pretty sizable gap still. It's not like they're going to be knackered, is it? It's not like we're playing Sunday night and then Tuesday night. Friday, Wednesday is a decent enough gap that I think you could go relatively strong against Liverpool as well.
I think we're going to have to go pretty strong against Liverpool. I don't think we can leave anything on the table.
You're not going to see 11 changes.
Could you imagine the absolute disaster if we take out, let's go through it, if we take out McGinn, Tielemans, Watkins and someone else, we lose to Liverpool and Bournemouth beat City. And then we don't beat Freiburg. Like I know like John, shut up. But none of those things are completely pie in the sky. Do you know what I mean? Like Freiburg will be a tight game. Us against Liverpool will be a tight game. City against Bournemouth, I also think will be a tight game. I feel like you can match any of those results. I think the likelihood is that we, hopefully anyway, avoid defeat against Liverpool, and that'll be fine. And we beat Freiburg. I think those two things are likelier. Yeah. But none of it's like, I don't think I'm being like that guy with the big map behind him being like crazy or anything. Like it all could happen, and that's why it's a bit annoying. But yeah, just focus on ourselves, beat Burnley, and then literally draw against Liverpool on Friday night. And that's, fine. No problem.
Yeah.
This is Aston Villa then.
I think there are, and we're talking about past Burnley here because it's win tomorrow, forget everything else. There are a couple of players I think that if they did play against Liverpool and they were to get injured, you'd kick yourself.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, I think there's more than a couple, to be fair. I think there's probably about 6 or 7.
Do you think that many? Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, well, let's go through it. I mean, Martinez, Matty Cash, Paul Torres as well. Yeah, but you'd still be like, okay, I'll take out Martinez. Cash is your only right back. Torres, Tielemans, McGinn, that's 4. Watkins 5. Rogers 6. If Buendia plays anything like he did the other night, then Buendia in there. But that's 6 players already.
I suppose. I was thinking of the importance of someone like McGinn as the biggest one, I think.
Yeah, but McGinn counts for about 6 players to me. So. But yeah, no, Burnley, by the way, like we say, we need to win. But we say that flippantly, like we do need to turn up because we haven't turned up in many league games.
Especially away.
Especially away. Our away records crap. Is it still Newcastle? Is that right? It's still Newcastle that we've... I think that's still our last league win away. Pretty sure it is.
It's not great,
it's got to be. And then there was another stat that I hate how this is like quite a negative podcast. So apologies everyone, but we're trying to bring everyone back down to earth.
Your fault.
My fault. Yeah.
I think we'll tonker, man.
Yeah, let's just say that.
Batter Burnley, batter Liverpool, batter Freiburg. Come on.
I did have some stats. Sorry, guys.
They're negative. Don't just leave them, mate.
It was. Shall I just leave it?
Just leave it. Yeah, I don't care.
It was particularly bad.
Care. Nah, don't want to hear it, mate. We'll beat Burnley, no problems. And then we'll focus on Liverpool a bit. And then the main focus is Freiburg. And then hopefully a massive piss-up party at the Etihad for everyone who's going.
I think there'll be a party atmosphere at Turf Moor as well.
I think so.
There will. There absolutely will be.
We should be 3 up at half-time.
I don't know. I don't like talking. I really don't. I know we've been a bit like mellow in this one, but I don't like the thought of just being like, we'll beat Burnley. I don't think.
Come on, it'd be a disastrous result to not beat them.
Mate, absolutely, I'll be fuming in Milwaukee, like without doubt, 100%. But it's more. I don't think it's as easy as just turning up and just playing to win. Like I think we do have to properly treat that like a normal league game. We do. Especially for a team like us, I just do think that we play on margins quite a lot, and we got to be, we've done nothing yet this season. We haven't got a final to play. We've still got to get 4 points in the league. Whoever we play against, we've still got 4 points to play for. We went to Wolves and lost 2-0. we played Wolves at home and we only won 1-0. Sorry, Daniel Marlin scored both our goals against Burnley early in the season. Like we have no right to just go there and win. We do have to show a bit. I'm going to read the stat out.
That's standard, isn't it?
We've picked up 7 points in our last 8 Premier League games. Only Chelsea and Burnley have won fewer.
He's done it. He's done the negative stat.
I'm bringing everyone back down to earth. Party atmosphere in the away end, absolutely, but be disciplined. We've got a job to do, man. We've got a job
enjoy it, but enjoy it by being disciplined. Yeah. We'll be fine. Score prediction, please, John. This is what you sound like 6-0 Villa.
I'll say 2-0 Villa.
I'm going to say 5-0. Why not?
Give us an early goal. An early goal would be nice. I don't want any sort of like, it's half time and it's still 0-0 and Villa got a big 45 ahead.
If it's an horrible game, we win 1-0, fine. Winning is the only thing I care about at the end of the day. But let's go 5-0 Villa. Obviously, caretaker manager still, isn't it, at Burnley? Michael Jackson.
Did that come through?
I didn't think you'd bite on that. I was going to make a crap joke, and Kendrick's doing the post match with me tomorrow.
Save them for tomorrow.
Yeah, hopefully it's a thriller for Villa and bad for Burnley. That'll do for now. I think we've done 20 minutes, John. 21 actually. So I'm pretty happy that's the content. I mean, the game's tomorrow. There's very little time for people to actually listen to this. We're late because we wanted to see
820 people have given up their time literally right now to watch this. So.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
I don't want to hear the
negativity. We do need players need to focus tomorrow. Like back on it. We do need to win tomorrow. Any game. I don't care if this is a championship. Well, they are literally from next season's championship team, but we could be playing Preston away. You've got to focus on the game and just win it. There can't be any complacency, and I mean that genuinely because trust me, there'll be a hell of a meltdown should we not beat Burnley tomorrow. Because then Liverpool is obviously a must-win again. You don't want that before. I mean, already we're going to have to get something against Liverpool. You don't want to make it a 3 points and we have to play our best team and then it's 5 days or something before the final, the biggest game in 40 years. Like, let's just do the job tomorrow, refocus, and then get a point out of Liverpool and go to Istanbul and,
win the lot, John. That's what we're going to do. We're going to win the lot. Right, that'll do for this one. Myself and Matt Kendrick will be here to do the post-match tomorrow, but it might be an in-person recording.
Sorry, Dan. We need to also quickly touch on the Europa League screening stuff. We've been talk about that, haven't we?
Forgot all about that.
Just before we wrap up.
Yeah, okay. So I've kind of followed this via other people, right? So I'd seen that there was we're showing it at the warehouse, the Sports Illustrated warehouse, be there or be square, tickets available soon. And then it was like, it's sold out.
Yeah.
Which is, I didn't get any communication. I've checked my inbox. I've got no emails to say like tickets coming soon or tickets available now or anything. So I've completely bypassed it personally. Now I was probably on a red no-go list, to be fair. But I've not seen it. I've seen a lot of disgruntlement at why that was done in that way in the first place. And then the frustrations around why is it not just on a big screen inside the stadium, like 3,000 odd at the warehouse. Yeah, that's a lot. Someone said to me, 10 to 15,000 will go to Turkey, 3,000 in the warehouse, and the rest of us will just watch it in pubs in the city. And it's like, okay, that's fine. But I think a lot of people would forego the chance to watch it in a pub in the city if it was on at Villa Park with 10,000 other fans, 20,000, 30,000. I don't know what the limit to that would be. Obviously 43,000, but you know what I mean? I don't know whether it would be massively sold out. Even 20,000 like-minded people in the whole end and the Trinity or whatever. I get the work starting on the North Stand, and that is cited as the reason why, and I'll get you to discuss in a sec. But firstly, the warehouse is on the side of the North Stand, so I don't see how that's not a problem. But then you couldn't kind of funnel people in to the Trinity or just the whole end and have a big screen on the pitch, and it's nowhere near the North Stand, and you just do that, and it's either free or it's donations to charity or it's a small ticket that Villa get back or whatever. I don't know. It just feels like a massive missed opportunity to not do that.
Yeah, so I'll tackle the first bit. So the warehouse tickets that sold out really quickly, Villa did say when they released their ticket details for the final that more information would come next week. Then they put out another article, I think yesterday on Friday. I'm not totally sure, but it then detailed, here's the on sale dates for the warehouse tickets. And I'm looking at it now, and it's, Friday, May 8th at 5 p.m. Members who have attended +2, blah, blah, blah. The communication, that was obviously not good enough, because it said it's going to be next week.
I didn't get it. I
And
didn't
then they
get an
said,
email or
well,
anything.
yeah, but what they did put out Villa on the website was that it would be, more detailed next week, and then tickets go up straight away. So I think when I say details, whether they meant tickets or not, I have no idea what they meant by that, but everyone would assume that would mean, okay, so how do we buy them? That would be then communicated next week. It wasn't. It was the day after, I think, or just later in the day, essentially, if it was Friday. Yeah. So that wasn't good, because then obviously fans feel like, oh, well, I've missed out here because you haven't told me when it's going to happen, and you originally told me it would be next week. So that hasn't gone down well, and rightly so, fans aren't happy about that. In terms of Villa Park, I asked the club about, essentially what the reasons why, because they said this is the only official screening of the game would be in the warehouse. So, okay, assumingly no Villa Park, then asked the club, and you're right, works at the stadium are the reason why. Obviously, the North Stand is the main thing, and Villa are on very tight deadlines for the project, and so tight it would assume that even though the game is being brought forward from the Sunday, the Liverpool game, by the way, from the Sunday, right, until forward and on the Friday. So they've almost gained 2 days. I don't know if Villa actually, when they have contracts or whatever, they would say, okay, well, we want to start it from as soon as, I don't know, the Saturday or whatever. I don't know how this works, but essentially they're on very tight deadlines to get this sorted before the start of next season. The works themselves, it's not Sorry, yeah, the season after next.
Yeah.
I've obviously seen a lot of fans, and I thought the same. We'll just put a screen up in front of the North Stand then to block it or whatever, and get people in the Holt, get people in other areas of the stadium. That's something that I've put to the club as well. But I'm told it's not as simple as just they are redeveloping the stand. There's other things that I'm not going to go into too many details, so I can't, but there's a lot more to it than just work on the North. It's other parts of the stadium that would be impacted by this. So for health and safety reasons, they can't, or they won't, or at least they're not planning to. I know what you're saying, but
can I say my piece as a fan?
Go on. Yeah. Oh well, yeah.
Because I mean, you're a fan, obviously, but like you've spoken to the club, you've got the official line. Here's my frustration as a supporter, right? So the Liverpool game would have been the Sunday, so the work would have been the Monday. Let's say if we didn't get to the final, game is now the Friday, so the work could start on the Saturday. You've gained a few days, fine. Play on a Wednesday night, do the work on the Thursday. You're changing it from Monday to Friday, or back to the following Thursday. You've lost, let's say, 5 days.
No, I know it's such a short.
So if you're opening it on the 1st of August 2027, but this 5-day delay, we'll open it on the 5th of August 2027. Then does it matter? This is a massive opportunity and delay the work. No, I know. It's a few days.
I know, but again, I mean, I'm not in these meetings, obviously, but the club I can only reiterate to answer your question, I can only reiterate what they're saying. It's very tight deadlines. But I agree.
It's like 3 weeks away. That's a sizable delay, but a few days.
Yeah, I'm sure the club would want fans to be in Villa Park. I'm sure that would be the case. And as we know, works have already started on it as well. For whatever reason, again,
the work's ongoing throughout next season when we're all there.
But I assume whatever they're doing over the summer, whatever they plan to do right now, and I guess that, I don't know, that would be a reason why there's such a tight deadline, because they have a space of months between fans come back in, so they need to do that work. I don't know, but that's
what we're... Is there a wrecking ball going through it on Wednesday?
Well, no, but it's work that isn't necessarily just in the North Stand. It's elsewhere in the stadium that would impact it as well. But that's what we've been told. And what I would say is that now it's up to the council, essentially, to offer some space in the city. I think you've got the warehouse, and by the way, like every other pub around Birmingham, around the vicinity of Villa Park, Aston Tavern, Whitnall, I'm sure they'll be doing their own things as well. I don't know if things have been, and I don't know if things have been sold out as well. Probably have. I don't know, but check it out if not. But then I don't know, where else can people go then? I would say, I mean, personally, I think there's probably some use around Aston Hall, to be fair, but how that is organised, I don't know. But
it feels like a nice open goal for the council, doesn't it, to kind of swoop in and be the saviour here, maybe with the help of Villa or not, here's a space free entry or pound to charity or whatever that looks like.
I'm sure Villa would help out on that one. I've been in touch with the council. I haven't had much back though yet. But yeah, the council essentially, I think, need to offer some sort of space now that Villa can't offer Villa Park for different reasons, mainly the redevelopment and the works and health and safety and stuff that they, again, I'm sure they would be doing everything they possibly could.
I know, I get all that, but we've delayed the North Stand for 2 seasons, just delay it for 5 more days.
Yeah, I can't give you the answers on that. But I agree. It's obviously I know. I get it. I'm frustrated for fans that they can't have that as well, because you see the scenes when Tottenham had it, and it wasn't necessarily just for like adults. It's kids as well, because it's not. I don't in different pubs and stuff. Like, I'm sure, I don't know, but maybe some kids aren't allowed to go in some pubs, and it's like beer.
I Rob Warner talking about this. He goes
Park
with his.
Is more of a. It's more of a friendly family environment,
more inclusive, isn't it? Yeah, Rob goes with his 10-year-old daughter, and there's a lot of kids adults that go with young kids. That some events will be for 18s, and some won't feel appropriate for kids. Whereas Villa Park would have been a perfect, obviously, opportunity. Yeah. So I absolutely feel the frustration of it, and Villa probably do as well. I'm raging here for not the sake of it, but you know what I mean. I'm sure what they say is perfectly reasonable, but you just kind of fight back a bit and be like, oh, come on, like, where common sense should really prevail here, but I don't think it's going to, by the sounds of it.
Again, I can only stress from what I'm hearing from within the club, it is that they want to be doing something, but even the people who are saying they want to, they can't just click their finger and say, oh, forget that, like, we're overriding it. If it's health and safety, if it's all those different things, operations or whatever, if they're bound by it, they're bound by it. Like, I don't know. Again, I'm sure the people who want it to happen are pushing it to happen, but there's only so much that they can do before, But again, I think it's up now to Birmingham City Council. Can they put something on? Villa obviously can't just buy a plot of land and say we're having this for the whole of Wednesday and into Thursday or whatever. It's up to the council to put something on now. And again, I'm sure Villa would work with them, help them out. But obviously it's a Saturday and tomorrow's Sunday, so I presume on Monday, hopefully there'll be some sort of things going on there. Again, I've pushed and hopefully we'll hear something back that something could be happening, but that's pretty much where we are. I suppose there needs to be, it feels like tens of thousands of Villa fans won't have a place to feel like they're in it amongst each other, and that needs to change. There needs to be like a watch party or something in a big open place. I don't know where that would be in the city centre necessarily, but somewhere, where we can go, and it's designated. I don't know, you got food trucks. Like, it feels a big opportunity. Local businesses, I don't know. Like, there's definitely something that can be done here, and unfortunately,
it's just not much time.
Time is against us. But equally, like, come on, this is a huge event, and
decent shout from Craig there, which I might be ignorant to, that there's other stuff going on. But Bescott Stadium, putting some money into Warsaw's pockets, something like that. I've seen people talking about the Perry Bar Greyhound Stadium. Different bits and pieces like that.
Alexandra Stadium,
I don't know.
We're only throwing ideas out there. There's definitely, put it this way, there's definitely areas to do it in, but whether in the amount of time that we have now to sort things out, I don't know. I haven't done these event plannings before, and I'm sure you haven't either. Like, there's a lot more to it.
A hockey live show, but it's 300 people probably won't be enough.
A bit different. Let's see what happens, but it is a frustrating one, and I absolutely do sympathise with fans who feel like they've been hard done by in terms of not getting tickets for the warehouse for a start, because that should have been organised better. And then for fans to get in the stadium as well. You're right. I feel like it does feel like a huge missed opportunity. However, as I say, because the club are working on the stand and working on other areas of Villa Park that they themselves have scheduled in for after that Liverpool game, I can only give that. I can't be sitting here and saying, oh, it's an absolute joke, because I don't know the ins and outs of exactly what it is. I've only been given some details as to why that can't happen, but I can't share everything like that. It's just, it just feels like it's frustrating.
Yeah, okay, we'll call it there. 20 minutes about Burnley, roughly, and then 10 minutes about the warehouse stuff. So we did say our piece on it. We'll keep people updated with if anything changes or if we hear anything. And if there is an event that feels like an official event, we'll talk about it on the podcast to share with people if they're not on social media or whatever. So hopefully that is a developing story, let's say.
Yeah.
Right, John, thank you very much for sharing your time on Saturday night. And thank you everyone for watching along live as well. Or if you're on catch up and maybe the game is on in half an hour or something, thanks for tuning in. It's been a short turnaround. So, thank you very much. As I was about to say 10 minutes ago, myself and Kendrick will be here for the post-match show, but we might be doing it in person, which means we'll be sat together, but it won't be live. I don't know yet until tomorrow. So maybe trialing something different to maybe, if that's how we handle Istanbul. We don't really know what's going on with that yet either. So, seeing how that goes. Okay, we'll see you all tomorrow, everyone. Thank you very much, and up the Villa.